navigate on? This? My computer? Oh. You gotta get off Wi-Fi.
I know.
Did you tell me?
Hello, everybody. Hope everyone can hear me. Looks like we have 6, 7 people here. Ooh, 9 likes. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. We're just gonna kind of vamp for a couple minutes just to let everybody show up. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone's having a good holiday season, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate or what have you. Yeah, we got quite a bit to talk about, and hoping this is gonna be fun. And you know what? Let's see. All right. I see JP's here, and I'm gonna actually have to take this screen away so we can actually keep track of the chat.
Hi, honey.
Mr. gschultz9 is here.
How are ya?
All right. You want to say hi to the viewers?
Hi, viewers.
Oh, sorry.
And just wanted to say extra shout out to my cousin Rainey and Eric and Riken listening to us out there all the way in Ohio. Miss you guys, love you guys. It was so good to catch up.
Can everyone see us?
Yeah, we need a little thumbs up. Oh, Jennifer's on. Hey, Magnus.
Magnus says hello, Mrs. G. So apparently you can hear us. Can
Yeah.
everyone see us? Our video is not working, so I'm hoping that it's just on our end.
Yeah, we're just booting children off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we have really kind of crappy Wi-Fi. It does not work very well for Zoom, and up until now it's been okay for for live streams for YouTube, but it's a little bit iffy. And the thing that's funny is we are actually not getting a video.
That's okay. Well, that's our
All right.
computer
And
issue.
everyone can see this MRE here. All right, so who do we have here? We have 15 people. Nice, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Magnus is here.
Well,
Edward
happy New
Valdez,
Year's Eve.
11 Interstellar Fighter, 3, 2, 1. JP, Jen. It's Magnus again. Curious Pete.
I bet Dino is with Jen.
Let's see here.
Maybe I bet that.
Oh, why is this not? This is weird. I don't know
It's
if
okay, we
should
can switch.
Should we reboot this?
Good phone.
Anyway, I think I got it. Yeah. I think I got everybody who's
Oh,
said
Dino
hi.
says hi.
Oh,
Hi, Dino.
Hello, Dino. All right. Yeah, I don't really have this set up well because I want to do that little greeting with the computer, and I do have a few pictures that I'll bring up on the computer, and I'll just kind of show it here. It's better than that last. I don't know if I don't remember this last time I actually did a computer printout of some pictures of spam, so that was kind of lame. Multi Magnum's here. Hey, John, how you doing? Happy New Year. Glad you could make it. I was hoping you'd be able to make it. And as I said, Magnus is here. Part of the reason, so I guess we can get into it. So this is the gschultz9 holiday special, and obviously today is New Year's Eve. In some places, actually, it's already the New Year. Magnus is actually talking to us from the future. It's actually, I think, what is it, 1 o'clock there now or something?
Sure.
In Sweden, Magnus is from Sweden.
I'm in
And
the future,
yeah, he's in the
says
future.
Magnus.
Yeah, he's actually talking to us from 2021. Can you believe that? That's pretty cool. So yeah, I could have called it the gschultz9 New Year's Eve special. Oh, that's just man. All right. But I went with holiday because this was originally going to be probably about a week and a half ago. But I was actually waiting for something. The Magnus has been sending anyone who's familiar with the channel and who's watched the different videos that besides all the reviews. When I do unboxings and stuff, Magnus has been a really faithful friend as far as sending me all kinds of really cool stuff. He sent me a couple Swedish 24-hour rations, which obviously were great, and I reviewed those. But he's also sent a lot of other stuff. And the things usually come in one of these bags here, and I was very much hoping that I was going to have one of these bags tonight to open up. And unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of people have had to deal with this, but the postage system, the mail system, sending stuff has just been really slow. And I think I'm hoping that's all that's holding it up. I'm hoping nothing in it exploded. I'm hoping it didn't get confiscated by customs or anything. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do a post-holiday thing too. Anyway, so like I said, this was going to be before Christmas, and it just didn't happen. And we wanted to get something out, and I think everybody's I think everybody's kind of excited to say goodbye to 2020 and welcome in 2021, and hope it's going to be a better year for everybody. And we figured, all right, we'll go ahead and do a little New Year's thing, which is early enough for people on the East Coast here that they'll still have time when we get off to do what they want to do. We also figured a lot of people across the world, Sticky Fingers and Snobby Blog. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Snobby.
I'm not keeping up with this. Sorry, Gunnar
sorry.
Anderson.
Okay.
Tracy's here. Hey, Tracy. So it'll give everybody time to get back to what they want to do, and we kind of figured most people these days are kind of stuck inside anyway. So why not do a live stream on New Year's Eve? I normally would probably be like, no, I'm not going to do it then because everybody's going to be out partying, but now everybody's in partying. So I hope there are some people who are able to get out safely and whatnot, but we're stuck here. Figuring most of you guys are stuck here, so here we are. I did, let me bring up one of these pictures.
Okay.
Something from the past. I don't know who may have remember this. Since this was going to be around Christmas time, I had made up this, no, it's okay. This thing for, it says MREs make great Christmas gifts. They're already pre-wrapped. And I don't really need to show this. Oop, that's not it. I don't really need to show, yeah, I don't know where it is. But that's just a little MRE joke. And that's one that I've used a couple years ago in a video.
As a joke?
Well, it's just the idea, like, who's going to want to get, well, other people in the community, who's going to want to get an MRE for a Christmas present.
Oh, gotcha.
But here's an example of it. You just throw a bow on it, and you have your Christmas present. Merry Christmas. Obviously, everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas, so happy holidays. And whatever anyone celebrates or doesn't celebrate, that's all great. But it is for everybody. It is New Year's. Some people,
right.
I know there's Chinese New Year, there's all this different stuff, but I think this is pretty much December 31st is kind of recognized as New Year's Eve. So we have some things here, and I did kind of want to introduce, we're not really doing, I don't know, we're kind of just winging it. We're not really doing reviews tonight. It's kind of like checking out a bunch of stuff and doing some fun things. Actually, I'm going to open up this tropical fruit nut mix. This is Beyond the Beaten Track. This is from a British ORP. Maybe I shouldn't mention this, but it does have a Best Buy of July 31st. Oh no, that's the batch date. Okay, so it's
2019.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that the batch date or is it?
I'm not really sure, but I'm sure it's fine. And we have a bunch of other stuff too. I don't want to take up too much time with the setup, but we're going to be doing a few things here and there. Hopefully having some fun. The girls are supposed to be making an appearance. And actually, the girls have to make an appearance because I was talking about the...
What's that?
That is, it's not salted, so it's one of the funny things is that
Smells
they
very
never,
natural.
yeah, they never really salt these things. I kind of wish they would sometimes, but this I think is an apricot, or I'll try it out and make sure. There's pineapples in here.
Oh, Magnus said I think the annual pack is just late due to lack of airfare. Passengers, blah blah blah. Oh my gosh.
Mango.
Monster.
I think this is mango.
Monster 66.
Monster 66. Oh my God, are you serious? Thanks a lot, Monster. It's very much appreciated. You didn't have to do that.
Oh
That's
my God.
a little bit crazy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, also Happy New Year to you. I mean, that is, wow, what a way to start. I did not really anticipate that. I don't know what to say about it. That's incredibly generous.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much. Now, I guess we have to make a good video.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of pressure.
gschultz.
All right, so some random stuff here. So, 31 watching. I think we're into it now.
Yeah, we are.
So what I did want to say, actually, since we are starting, again, since I just ate something, traditionally people toast the New Year's with champagne.
Yes, I do.
I'm gschultz9, so I'm going to toast it with Miller High Life.
Yes, you are.
Because it is the champagne of beers. Although we do have some champagne, and we have that little bottle. Is that cava or?
Could be.
So Mrs. G is going to be going, I think, well, the more traditional route, but
That's happening right now.
this is what I think people expect from me. So, cheers, and cheers to Munster 1616. Big shout out to him.
Woo! All right.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. No. Oh, this is the prosecco.
Prosecco. Oh, yeah, that's the word I'm
Should
thinking.
I crack this open?
Well, I'll show what it is, and you can decide if it's worth opening for now. Little teeny bottle, little
It's so
Mrs. G.
cute.
gschultz9 sized. Can either open it now, or you can wait until midnight. Well, are you going to be conscious at midnight?
Probably not.
So, this is up to you. Totally up to you. You can have this. You can have water. You can have. I think we're supposed to open that other bottle, right?
We are. All
So-
right, I'll open the other bottle. Snobby Blogs having tea and seltzer. I love that. Tea wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me drink a little bit before. The Magnus. We have a kale shortage in the
yeah.
apartment, so this is an issue. I
But
just want to bring to everybody's attention.
it's an interesting
I'm not
issue.
going to spend a lot of time talking about it, but as you know, I do like to balance gschultz9's array of processed foods with some kale occasionally. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
I was offering it to you.
Oh, you were? Okay. All right. Thank you. Anyway,
It's a bit on the old
we
side.
have some new pets. We got guinea pigs. They're super adorable. And they eat all my kale. So actually, there's a kale shortage in the apartment right now because they love...
I've never bought so many vegetables in my life. It's a weird
Anyway.
it's a weird feeling. But every day, it's like, oh, what do we need at the grocery store? Oh, we need more kale. We need more romaine. We need more carrots. We need blah blah blah. And
All right.
but yeah, I was going to
All right,
mention
I'm gonna
that
open these
I was going to
up.
mention that our family unit has grown since the last live stream. That was in it was early to mid November, and since then the cat's out of the bag or the guinea pig's out of the bag, but we've increased from 4 to 6 because we adopted a couple of guinea pigs. The little monsters they've been begging for pets for years, and it's kind of unfair because they wanted dogs and everything. We can't have dogs in the building that we're in, and I guess we could have cats, but we just never get around to it. We kept putting it off, and now the older one's 15. She's like practically ready to move out of the apartment, and the little one's 11. So this summer we kind of decided, do some research and we'll work on getting a pet for you. So the first thing she wanted was a snake. She wanted a corn snake, and that got changed to a not a boa constrictor. What was it called?
A ball python.
A ball python. Yeah, not a boa constrictor. A ball python. And then it was before that it was like hamsters and gerbils and everything. And somehow all of a sudden it turned into a guinea pig. So it'd be kind of cool to like bring them out and show them. But they're still pretty skittish. And last night was kind of a breakthrough because we have this little cage that it's like this thing that's big enough for the girls to go in. It's for the pets to be outside basically, but right now it's too cold, so we set up inside for floor time. And the little one actually took the less skittish of the two guinea pigs and put it on her lap. And we didn't know if it was gonna freak out or whatever, but like it went on. It was kind of like, this is scary. And then it was like, oh, this is warm and comfy. And it kind of like snuggled in, and it started yawning. It was the cutest thing.
Okay, I'm switching.
All right.
I'm switching up. This is happening. Happy New Year to all. Wishing you healthy, happy New Year. And thank you to our dear friends for their friendship and supplying me with a beautiful bottle for tonight, which will assure that I'm going to go to bed early. But I'm going to open it right now.
Oh, you got me too? And piss off somebody?
I'll do it.
Okay. Oh, you're going to do the...
You want to do it on screen? Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. It just...
Go for it. That seems like a New Year's thing.
Let me get it started here. Boy, see, I'm losing track. And one thing I did do... One thing I did do is I did not... Oh, Snobby's out.
She may be commenting about me. Use a hand towel. Yes. Curious Pete. I have done that. That's one of my tricks.
What was I going to say? One of the things I did do for this video was I did not take down notes. I was going to have notes for myself to follow, so I'm going to end up forgetting stuff. And oh yeah, the saber. Oh, speaking of a saber, I was talking about the Magnus. Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. And all the gifts that he's sent, which has been really awesome. One of them. That was kind of neat. I had loosened
Oh
it,
my
but I
God,
hadn't done
and
it.
it was
I'm
just
glad.
off
I'm
screen, I
glad
think.
that was on camera.
Maybe it was
because
on camera. Did I get it? Oh my God! You are lucky that didn't poke an eye
did
out.
everybody see and hear that? That's
Oh
that's
my-
live TV for you folks. Live TV. I'm glad it didn't come gushing out. That was really cool. I loosened it and I felt it like moving, and I'm like,
Oh my
all right, well, let me get this
God.
stuff first, and then.
All right, let me to that.
Magnus had to say open it with a saber, so.
There you go.
All right.
For me.
We'll
Was
do a little.
funny. I can't even believe that happened.
That was really cool. I'm glad it was still on camera, even though it was barely.
Oh
That was
my God.
It was hilarious. And Mrs. gschultz9 does enjoy the bubbly.
I do.
So
I do.
we'll do a little pre-New Year's toast.
All right. Cheers to
Not-
all our
not e-
friends out there.
Not exactly a clink, but
Dunk.
tonk.
Happy 2021, everyone. That's delightful.
So one thing I want to talk about is the fact that my family. You haven't seen Gail yet, have you? Yeah, I was hoping a couple of my sisters were gonna join in. One of the things that's kind of fun about these live streams is we do it as a family. Like I haven't really done like Smokey's ones where it's basically he's doing like a video for the community. It just happens to be live and it happens to be 2 to 3 hours. But just because of happenstance, when I'm doing these, the whole family's here, and so the whole family takes part. Although it's really me and Mrs. gschultz9 that want to do it. But I just lost my train of thought because I saw you were eating there.
Your family.
Yeah, so my family used to have. I don't want to say blame, but I think New Year's Eve actually has something to do with my interest in military rations. It's just a theory that I just came up with like today, because my family used to have these big New Year's Eve parties, and it was when I was really little. I really don't remember most of them. So I was hoping a couple of my sisters were going to be here, and it doesn't look like they've gotten here yet.
Not yet.
But they talk about it too, and I do have little, vague memories of it, and I do have a couple pictures from that time. I will show real quick. Sorry for the delay, but thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is me at about I think like 7 or 8, and this is a New Year's Eve party that we had, shooting off those little poppers. And this one right here, I hope this is that's the right one. That's me again. A little face reveal, but from the past.
Aw,
Magnus is talking to us from the future, and I'm talking to us from the past. And I don't know if you can see, I have something in my hand here, and that is actually a toothpick that's stabbed into. It's either a mini, one of those mini wieners, or it's a Vienna sausage. And so what we used to do for these parties is my dad would bring home all kinds of interesting stuff, and it was like canned stuff, tinned foods. Stuff like I've heard there was like chocolate covered ants, they just like all kinds of weird things. I mean, Vienna sausage isn't exactly exotic, but it's not something that we eat all the time. So I think I got a taste for that from these things. And what we used to do is there would be what do you call it? There would be
good stuff. Bad stuff.
the lit thing that's hot.
Sterno.
Thank you. There would be sterno, and we would heat the Vienna sausages over the sterno. You'd like stab it with a toothpick and heat it on. And that was, to me, that was just so fun. It was so cool. It's very, it's a very small thing. It's a very small part of everything, but I thought it was really cool. And so I think I kind of took that, and this is the picture that's been up on the Facebook page quite a bit. That's me when I was about 12, and it's in our backyard, and there's some sea rations. You can see the box here, and it looks like it's a ham slice. You can see the cans, and I think you can see bits of a mess kit back here. And I'm pretty sure I had a sterno stove. This actually kind of looks like it could be a little bit of smoke here. It could be coming from the stove, but that's not in the picture. But yeah, I went out in our backyard with a sea ration, and if you want to like know how long I've been into rations, it's kind of a good example of it. I know a lot of people probably had never really heard of or thought about military rations. And then, of course, they stumbled on Steve 1989. And naturally, I mean, I don't belittle anyone for doing that, because who doesn't, find that to be amazing? And then they get into it, and they're all excited about it. But their history of it only goes back to when they saw that first video. But I pretty much almost my whole life I was interested in. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I was interested in like canned foods and preserved rations and things like that. I know that Curious Pizzas, do you have a Boy Scout mess kit? I could go run and get it. I do have a couple of them. The thing that's funny is the one I have, the best one that I have, I only picked up a couple years ago, and it was when we were visiting Mrs. gschultz9's parents, and we went to a yard sale, and it was at a house of one of her friends from when she was a kid, and her mother was having a yard sale, and I actually bought the mess kit of one of her friends who was a Girl Scout, and it was 50 cents, and she gave it to me half price, so I got it for a quarter. It's really pretty cool little mess kit. I should bring it out. Actually, this is from one of the Boy Scout ones, and this is too. But I had them inside my my military mess kit, so they ended up coming out here. But I'm probably using this tonight too. So I keep getting off topics and everything, but that is another special reason for me to do this on New Year's Eve, because, like I said, I think that really had something to do with me, the basis for my interest in all this kind of stuff. So Magnus, as I mentioned, he sends the care packages, and one of the first ones had this in it. It's a little foldable coffee cup.
Oh, Old Smokey's here.
Hey, Smokey! Welcome. Happy New Year's. I don't know what I'm missing here. I'm missing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, keep going.
But anyway, yeah, keep me informed.
Keep you.
So he sent me this little folding coffee cup, which is from Sweden. That's the key. It's always like a Swedish care package. And let's see if you can see that on here. Oh, here it is, made in Sweden. And that is right there, and it probably won't focus, but you have to take my word for there. It is made in Sweden. So I'll probably be using it tonight. And he also sent me this cool little tactical pouch, which is just the right size for a tall beer. And this is one of the cans. I've kept all the cans that you sent, Magnus, but he generally always sends a can of Swedish beer, and somehow he's always sent a different one. I don't know if he has like a list and he knows which ones he sent and which ones he hasn't, but... And then last year, he really outdid himself, and I do have to go over this because I'd have to mention that he sent this last year. And this is the kind of thing that I'm afraid of getting lost in the mail. Like, I'm so glad this made it, because it's Swedish again. This is a Swedish pilot's knife. It's the nicest knife by far that I own, and it's very, very cool. I don't know if you can see the mark here on it. There it is. So that was an amazing gift.
That was pretty awesome.
Just like that super chat earlier. It's just kind of like takes your breath away a little bit.
Yeah.
So those are some of the reasons for doing this for New Year's Eve. And so I have things here. I think what we'll do is, I don't want it to seem like family abuse or anything, but I think I am going to force everyone to try these, because I don't think anybody in the family besides me has ever had Vienna sausages. Have you?
Oh, God.
It probably has been a long time if you have, but...
Oh,
Monster, is that you again?
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Monster. That's really cool. And now I think we really have to subject everyone to Vienna sausages because of that.
That is
in honor of that. So anyway, kind of as a little bit of a review sort of thing, I get the standard Vienna sausages, and I also get the chicken Vienna sausage. I don't know if that's considered more healthy, but I can't really imagine that it is, but we'll see if there's any difference. And we'll also get some people who have never had them before to try that. One of the things that's kind of MRE-ish about these is the old Frankfurters, the Four Fingers of Death. They were, even though they're supposed to be hot dogs, that is like the nickname for them, they were more like Vienna sausages. They were always like this soft kind of, it was sort of an exciting thing to get like Franks and beans. And then the Franks themselves were like these kind of like extra thick Vienna sausages, and they weren't all that exciting. But so we have those, and I don't know if we'll get to this, but canned ham, because the last video we did all the spam stuff, and we could have gone back to spam, but I decided I put the family through enough with that. I was thinking, since this was the less sodium, I was thinking of doing regular spam, spam light, and any other ones I could find and do like a taste test. But that would have meant, you know, opening up a whole bunch of cans of Spam, which is maybe not as bad as opening up a bunch of cans of whoop-ass, but it's still pretty bad. But I thought the ham would be kind of fun. Oh, Jesse's here too. I'm sorry that I'm not really keep track of everybody's here. I'm really glad to hear Sticky Fingers here and Smokey and Tracy. There's all kinds of great people here.
Yeah, friends.
And the thing that's funny about these is, to me, it always seems like real ham. Like it's like in this like strange shaped can because they had to make it like that because it's ham. But I don't know to what extent this is like chunked and formed and what extent it's real ham. Ingredients: ham, water, salt, gelatin, sodium phosphate, sodium ascorbate, and sodium nitrate. Nothing that really jumps out as being like weird or anything, but this is funny that they put them in this shaped can, you know. And so I kind of was thinking, let's try that. We had ham for Christmas. We're not going to compare it to that ham, but we could compare it to Spam, at least the memory of Spam from the last time we had a thing. So we have those. This I thought would be a fun thing. I didn't bother breaking out any sardines because sardines are sardines. Everybody's had those, and the girls have even, I think girls have tried sardines.
Yeah.
I like sardines. I like putting sardines on crackers. And but this is different. Hardwood smoked oysters. I thought that would be kind of funny, and maybe we won't tell them what it is. And I don't know. Does that mean just try this?
It's not. It's like
They may not try it if they know what it is.
yeah. I mean, they're not gonna try it anyway. They're gonna take one look at it and just be like, "What's that? That's a blob on a plate. I'm not eating that." If it doesn't look like mac and cheese, no.
And the final thing from the interesting stuff that I just recently picked up for the video, some deviled ham. I was contemplating some canned chicken. You know, it comes in those little, it looks like the tuna fish cans, but it's really basically tuna. You know how they call, I forget which brand it is, the chicken of the sea. And I was like, that's not that interesting. But deviled ham is one of those classic things. And what I think is really cool about it, I don't even know how often I've had deviled ham. I probably haven't had it since I was a kid. So I'm not really even sure what to expect from it.
Is it deviled ham? Is that like ham with pickles in it?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Ham cured with water, salt, brown sugar, sodium nitrate,
Like ham salad.
and seasonings.
Or what do they
and
call
seasoning.
it? Ham
Mustard.
salad? I don't know.
Well, it's just ham. It's funny because
That is
it's
so
literally
good.
ham and seasoning, but
Oh my gosh.
there are different things in it. The seasoning is mustard, flour, spices, and turmeric. So it's probably similar to that. It's like a ham salad kind of a thing. And what I think is really cool about this, and really old school and really a throwback, is the fact that it's a canned thing just like this, but it's wrapped in paper. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I may be the only person in the world that thinks so, but I just find that really neat. And it's kind of like an extra little touch that they probably really don't need to do. Obviously, it does act as a label, but they could just put one of these labels on here. So I think we'll remember that that's the deviled ham. And we do have a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to have to see if I can remove the camera. Oh, and Old Smoky, we were just talking, me and Old Smoky were just talking about the fact that it was 11 months ago that I was out.
Smokey just wrote that.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up with it. But for anybody who didn't read that, my goodness, first time you try Vienna sausage is something you don't really forget. They're a unique meat stick thing for sure. So that is kind of cool because if the girls do try it, if they're willing to, right now they've made themselves scarce and they may keep up that way. But if they do, then that'll be kind of cool because their first try of Vienna sausage will be on camera and there forever.
So what's our order?
I just lost track of what I was talking about.
Oh,
So it was 11 months ago.
Oh yeah.
It was the end of January that I was just about to start my new job, and so I took a few days, and I went out to New York City, which is a place I love to visit, love to go, and I hadn't been in a few years. Well, me and the little monster went like for a day trip once, but I really hadn't gone myself to just like hang out. And Smokey was there because he was filming for his show Eating History. Anybody who's not a member of the community, Old Smokey is a host on his History Channel show called Eating History, which he was filming it last year, so he was in New York City too. And it's kind of scary because, as it turns out, this was the end of January, and it was like not long after that things really got ugly and got scary.
Yep.
But we had a great time. It was the first time I ever met him, so it was really cool. It's really cool actually getting to meet Smokey after like seeing his videos, texting with him, talking to him on the phone. We finally get to meet and we get to hang out, and he actually did a live stream, and I was actually able to be a special guest on his live stream. So that was a lot of fun. That was almost a year ago. It was 11 months ago.
Wow.
Anyway, so we have some other stuff too, and I guess I probably should be getting to that.
Yeah.
Here's this
Where are you
spread.
going?
What I'm going to show, because it is not too long after Christmas, is our Christmas tree. And the star on top is very crooked, and I have not been able to fix that. It's basically the tree is a little shorter than I would have liked, but it has one long branch sticking straight up at the top, and by putting the star at the top of that, it makes it look a lot taller. So I went with that, and I kind of figured leaving it crooked like that is kind of appropriate for the year. It just sort of like, makes sense. Actually, there is also, this is from one of the girls. This is a present for me, the 2020 ornament. And over here, this is all going to kind of be on the table, and this is Mrs. gschultz9's idea, and it was a good idea to make this spread. And this is kind of reminiscent of my family's things back in the day. We have pigs and blankets, which I just took these out of the oven just before starting. One of my favorite things. I love pigs and blankets, whether it's a mini hot dog in a crescent roll, or a puff pastry, or a bagel, or a what else did they put them in? Did I say a biscuit? I don't know. Whether it's one of all the mustard's already gone.
Oh, we've been eating it.
Whether it's that or whether it's pancakes with sausages in it. I love that kind of stuff. Here's a little tray. I picked this up at Target, actually. It's kind of neat. Another thing that I loved from when I was a kid, we used to get those little trays of like meats and cheeses, and crackers, and sometimes they have like jelly or mustard or something. And I actually got one of those. Oh, I didn't upload the picture though. I got one of those for myself for Christmas this year. And came in this huge box. But you open up the box, and then there's this big plastic tray. It's a waste of all this packaging, and all that's in it is these two little teeny boxes of crackers. Which actually, can you hold this for a second? That's one of the girls. He's probably not gonna say anything, but I just want to see how many.
Two crackers.
It's like they're just like little saltines.
Oh my god.
And there's 4 of these in there, so there's like 8 little saltines in each of these boxes. Thank you. And it's got this pasteurized processed cheese, cheddar, and a couple summer sausages. It has original summer sausage and garlic summer sausage. So these, I remember eating these like between Christmas and New Year's at home. There would be this mess of all these presents that were opened, and the tree, and there'd be Christmas shows on. I remember watching the Walton's Christmas episode. Oh my God. There was 35 of these, and that's all that's left.
Teenagers.
Whoa, I gotta start eating. I also had this little, right here.
No. Just
All
over
right,
here.
yeah. Anyway, so, and some Bavarian mustard to go with that. So anyway, that's another thing, and just all kinds of little tidbits here. Here's some Trader Joe's snack mix. Step up to the snack bar. And some pub cheese too. I probably should. We need a knife, but I probably should break into that.
I don't know.
So anyway, this is our New Year thing, and as you can see, this isn't exactly Mrs. gschultz9 kind of food.
I mean, there's guacamole.
So I am kind of surprised that there isn't kale mixed in.
We're out of kale. Guacamole's the best I can do.
We did get some Chinese food today. Figuring it would be really busy tonight, we ordered it for lunch. It had Chinese food for lunch and some leftovers, which the girls will have tonight and Mrs. gschultz9 will have tonight, along with whatever else healthy she can find, I guess. Good luck. Let me just take a quick look at the Magnum still here calling more. Since anybody else has joined. We're doing up to 48 now. That's pretty good. Almost up to 50.
So what are we cracking into first?
All right. It's a good question. And I know this is like a tease because all this stuff is here.
Uh-huh.
But we're actually going to do a little bit of a MRE kind of thing.
Nice.
And we're going to compare. This is something I've always kind of threatened to do, and I've never gotten around to it. I have these carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powders. These are both orange. And I have a from an ORP from a British ration, an orange fruit flavored energy drink. So I figured we'll make these up, and we'll compare them,
Okay.
see how they are,
Okay.
and then we'll add rum to them.
Yes, we will.
That's something I've been talking about since the first live stream, picking adult beverages out of these things. It always seemed like a good idea, but I kind of never really get around to it.
Okay.
So it's not exactly going to be scientific because the British one takes 500 mils, and I couldn't fit it into a glass, so I just put it into a canteen cup. But that's okay. We'll still be able to kind of see what it looks like. Another interesting thing is that these obviously look the same. Let me see what the date codes are on these. This one is from, looks like it's from 2012. So this one's 8 years old. I shouldn't really say the ages out loud for when Mrs. gschultz9's around, but. And this one is also, so these are both 8 years old, so that's cool. Because this one is still a powder, like it should be. And this one's a bit more crispy. So we'll take a look at it. I would like to mix this up too, but I only have two things to mix them up in right now. And this is just one of the things that you have to deal with MREs and other rations. A lot of people, you know what I'm going to do? A lot of people complain about the MRE, that it's like not edible. But the truth of the matter is the MRE, a lot of emphasis is placed on the shelf stability of it and that it lasts for a long time. So what you're losing in flavor, so you can see this is definitely, looks like it didn't really stay as dry as it should have. Almost looks like Pop Rocks or something. Still smells okay. But because, yeah, like I said, so an MRE, you've seen people, you've seen Smokey, you've seen Steve 1989, you've seen me reviewing MREs that are 20 years old, and they're not meant to last anywhere near that long, but they can. A lot of it depends on the storage, and it can also depend on all kinds of other factors within these pouches, like how well the quality control is done. And on the other hand, other countries, like this one from an ORP from Britain, other countries, they don't put as much emphasis on having them last as long. So they're only designed to last maybe a year, maybe 2 at the most. So what you lose in taste in the US ones, you make up for in shelf life. And what you gain in taste with a lot of the other ones, you lose in shelf life. I don't think anybody really cares about that, I'm sure, but it's just a point that I kind of wanted to make. So I'm going to actually make up the one that's not all crispy crunchy. And this is actually a great example because these are, like I said, these are both from 2012. They're both 8 years old, or about to be 9 years old. And this one is still a powder, which you can't really see there, but trust me. So I can't do the under the glass thing like I like to do, but. And I also went slightly low on the water because I like to run it rich a little bit. You know, I want to be able to taste it. So let me mix that one up.
A lot of interest about the smoked oysters.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, that's definitely something I want to try. I don't think I've ever had that before, so
Really?
it'd be a chance for. If I have, I mean, I don't remember. Oysters aren't exactly my thing. I remember they were Tom's back in. Yeah. Uh-oh.
What's
Right.
that?
Let's get a little bit of a. Oh, actually, let's put it right in there. No need to go anywhere. So that has that smell, that artificial orange smell. You know, I probably could have gone even less water. It is what they say to put in, but it kind of has a watered down sort of smell. Let Mrs. gschultz9 smell.
Oh boy.
And she grimaced a little bit. I think the drinks in the MREs have also taken a lot because of like the fake color. This isn't so bad, but like the neon blue or whatever, neon purple. And they could tone down the color a little bit. I know that some of the MRE Nation MREs, they have that clear stuff, and I've never actually had a chance to try that yet, but that's a good idea, I think. But to me, I think it's, if you want flavor, this to me is great. I was the kind of person that I would rather have something that tasted like something than just have water, even though you're still getting 12 ounces of water. If you don't like it, I'd say just skip it and just have the water. especially the regular beverage-based powders, because they don't exactly give you much. Gives you 11% of your carbohydrates. So I guess there is some nutritional value, and 130 calories. So I gotta take that back. There is some nutritional value to them. But of course, the carbohydrate electrolyte ones are a little bit more. I don't know if they exactly say an energy drink, but closer to an energy drink, which is what this one is. And I'll just show you the nutrition facts there.
It's British?
Yes, and this actually came from Steve 1989. He sent me a box a couple years ago. And there was like some room in it, so he threw in a bunch of extra. Actually, the trail mix here also came from that box. And I've been looking for a reason to use it, and it sounds like a good reason. So this is also an orange drink, but you can see they didn't really go overboard with the color. This almost looks like the cheese from Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that's weird.
And this is basically it's white. There's like no color to it at all. Any idea what happened to Kiwi Dude? Kiwi Dude, I need to write to him. As far as I know, everything's fine with him. He just basically, life took precedence. There's a lot in here.
As it does.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because when he first disappeared, I remember I was measuring it in like weeks and then months, and then it was years, and I guess he's not coming back. I do need to reach out, and I hopefully can hear from him. I don't know if anybody here has talked to him. Magnum said Kiwi is resting. I know he had, I don't want to say family issues, but the family had to take place. Family and work were like first and second, in whichever order they were in. And that's true. It worked out good for me because I wasn't working, so I was at home, and Mrs. gschultz9 was at work, and the kids were at school, and it gave me time to make the videos. And to be totally honest, I haven't had the time in this past year, so that's why I haven't been making them. And the reason I say that is because I'm kind of, I know that other than these live streams, I've kind of gone the Kiwi Dude route and have sort of disappeared, and I do apologize for that. And I think that that's part of the reason for doing the live streams, is to at least make an appearance, even if it is like a family event and it's not like a straight up MRE review. It's something at least. So this wasn't in a clear glass, but you can definitely see it's a different color. It's basically clear. It's like a little bit cloudy, but it's more or less clear. And I'm going to try the MRE one first because I'm more familiar with that. Nice orange color. Yeah, actually, the smell smells like it's watered down, but it actually is. It has full flavor. I could have gone with that extra half an ounce to make it up to 12, but this is kind of how I like it. I like to be able to taste it, and I think that's going to be even more important when we add the extra ingredient. Mrs. gschultz9 is trying it, or she's smelling it. I almost put her on camera. I was like swung the camera around. I could have another one of those cookies and blankets.
Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's reminiscent for me a little bit. Is McDonald's orange drink.
That is funny because I was about to say that, but I wanted to hand that to you. That is what this always has reminded me of. It's like a Kool-Aid kind of, whatever you call it, one of those like mixes. But it also does taste a lot like the McDonald's orange drink that they used to have back in the 70s and 80s.
Does it have an aftertaste?
I don't think they still have it.
Like a perfumey aftertaste.
Let me try it again.
You have to try it, because all of a sudden I got like this flowery bouquet in my mouth.
I guess I could see that. That's something that could be an age thing.
Okay.
Sugar, dextrose, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor. No fruit juice, but natural flavor apparently. Monopotassium phosphate, sodium citrate controls acidity, and yellow 6 lake. But be careful, it does contain soy. Why would it contain? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that tastes like it should taste. Maybe a little bit of an aftertaste. I probably don't notice it as much because I've had it so many times. But now, sorry, we're talking about my mouthful, but these things are good. We'll try the British one. Cheers. Yeah, it's good. It's more understated. It doesn't really attack you with that. Not only the color, but also the flavor. I have a feeling this is gonna be interesting to hear. Oh, oh! I was thinking I was gonna hear a. That's definitely better.
Okay, so it's not. It's different, right? I mean,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
definitely. It does not
For
taste.
orange beverages, they're very different from each
I
other.
would not say it tastes citrusy. It's light. It's almost like a lemonade light. I don't know, something like that.
Bottom line, better or worse than the?
I like it better.
I figured you probably would.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. All right, and we have rum, right?
It's sitting right in front of you.
Oh. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna try some dark rum in here. I was actually gonna get a shot glass and measure it out, but these are different sizes anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Try one last time without it. And see if this makes for a good beverage. Just add a little bit more to the British one, because there is a little bit more of it. No, I did not.
Well, and it's funny, we
Did not
weren't-
measure that.
We weren't super intentional about this rum to go with the drinks, I must say.
No, it wasn't for these drinks at all. It was just
Yeah,
we didn't have any
no,
rum,
I
and
know.
you got some rum. So.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Well,
no, you gotta. Oh,
no. The reason why I got
it's
it.
the holidays.
Yeah, no, I got it so we could have like special eggnog
Yeah.
and dark rum together, which was super tasty.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of eggnog too, and we could break that out if we need to.
Vodka probably would be better with this, honestly, but anyway.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny because we did have vodka in the house, and then we ran out, and then we we just lost our computer. Hoping it's gonna come back so we can see the. It's kind of funny. The chats show up on my screen sometimes, and then they don't. Let me see if I can encourage them to come back. I'm not sure why. I don't want to mess anything up. Oh shoot. All right. All right. Until further notice, we're not seeing chats, unfortunately. But I will go ahead and try these.
Yeah,
There
we're
we go.
fine.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. Let me look at a couple of these. I end up seeing. There's some conversations going on here.
Anyway, so what I was gonna
And
say.
yeah, Kiwi Dude. I don't know. I think. I mean, he came along. It was him and let's too bad Gundog isn't here, because he and Gundog came along about the same time, and they really kind of changed things. They're the ones that really established the community. I think. I was there, but I didn't really do much as far as actively, building anything, and they built on that, and they went ahead. American Reenactors is the first stream I've been able to make. Great to be here. Make it to be here. I'm glad to have you, American Reenactor, and Gail Corkman too. Welcome. We were just talking about Cuba Dude and the fact that it's been like 3 or 4 years now, I think, something like that. So I'm thinking he's done, and I'm glad there's people asking. I'm glad people remember, because he was great for the community. He was closing in on 100,000 subscribers when he stopped. So it wasn't for lack of success or anything like that, and he enjoyed it. Maybe he did what he needed to do. He tried a bunch of MREs from the U.S. because he was from New Zealand, so a U.S. ration to him was something kind of exotic, and he tried a bunch of different countries and really learned a lot and really explored a lot and had a lot of fun, and maybe that was just what he needed to do. So as far as I know, he's okay though. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, somebody said Gundog posted a week or two ago about a new ration review. So how does it taste?
It's pretty good because rum is good with like fruit juice, right?
Yeah.
I do think it probably would be better with vodka, but it's not too bad. I think for me personally, because I really don't drink liquor. I mostly just drink cheap, piss water beer. So I actually could even have it be a little bit stronger on the mix. I could even like put a little bit of this in to boost up the orange, but it's good. It's certainly it's better than just having rum by itself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having rum by itself either. But I can already smell this one stronger
Is that
because I did
really
put
a
more
mug?
in.
Like, why is it shaped so funny, honey? 'Cause, 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 'cause,
It smells stronger, but it doesn't taste stronger. This is a canteen cup from
Oh.
U.S. canteens are shaped like that to go on your hip.
Oh, dear
And
God.
sorry I don't have one handy. I didn't realize you weren't aware of that, but yeah. So basically, you have your plastic
Oh, that
canteen,
makes sense.
or in the old
Yeah.
days it was metal, aluminum, and it would fit right in there, and then it would go into the canteen carrier and have the
Aw.
buttons on the top there, and that would all go on your belt.
Tannises are here.
Welcome, Tannises. Who else is in there? What did you see there? Oh, I don't know. Xenosaga. I don't know how long you've been here, but welcome. I'm like seeing these names pop up, and I don't know how Smokey does it. I don't know how he keeps track of the. He's just there by himself, and he somehow keeps track of the chat. I know he has to do what he has to do, but he's always there and always up on it. So we have our beverages now, and we have our snack mix, and I was thinking of this tropical beverage based powder for the rum. I thought that would go good with the rum, but we already did the orange thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's time to try something meat based.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? This is a good idea. Can you give me like 2 ounces of water,
Of course.
like in one of the glasses?
Yes.
Like I said, when I was a kid and we did like the Vienna sausages and some of the other stuff, my dad would set up sterno heaters, and it was a lot of fun. That was like so much fun. It was like not just the food, and sometimes it wasn't the food. It was just the fact that I could put it on a stick and heat it up over a flame. So we don't have any sterno, and I don't think that doing it on a candle would be all that great. But I do have somewhere. I know I took them out.
Meaning?
I have a
Matches?
couple of Flames ration heaters,
Oh,
which
as one does.
for some reason they seem to have disappeared. I have this one from Meal Kit Supply, but that's one of these crappy ones, which I don't know, I may use it anyway. It's also, the only two things that fell off the table were these two Flames ration heaters. And these are from 2013 and 2012, so these are past their what you think of as a good date. It was actually this one. You know what? I don't even know if I'm gonna use this one. You know, sometimes the iron filings come out. This one, I'm not even gonna. You know what? Actually, well, I will. I will go ahead and see if it works because that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks perfect, and this one looks not perfect. It actually looks like they leaked out somehow. Like there was a hole in there or something. I don't know, but we'll give it a try.
And I just wanted to say Happy New Year to Stacy and Will. Ching!
Are they here too?
Once the live stream is over, guys, you're gonna have to see it from the beginning because we opened the champagne in a very unique way, or it opened itself
It
in a very
opened
unique
itself.
way.
It was the ghost of Christmas Past opened it or something. So that's funny because I think this is one of those. There was a time when the Jesus, it was the not Meal Kit Supply, but the MREs came with these. They must have got a bad batch or something. They all had these Flameless ration heaters, and they have tear notches. You can see them, but they're not really nicked, so you actually can't open them. You have to cut them open. So cans aren't going to be perfect for this, but just heat it up a little bit. I could put it in some hot water, but most of our stove elements are being used for various things. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here. And I'll see if I can get this activated. And we'll throw the cans in here. Give them a few minutes to heat up. And meanwhile, we'll try some of the other stuff, some of the oysters or something. Deviled ham. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I usually edit out. Like the 30 seconds of waiting for this thing to heat up. But let me get the other one started while we're waiting for that. Because I can't edit it out.
Well, I brought you the waters for the festival.
Yeah. So I'm lifting the element up off the bottom, but meanwhile, like 75% of the oh, you know what? It's this top one. It's completely empty. So this should be interesting. Let us see what happens, if anything. And I usually have salt handy too for these occasions, just to boost it. But I didn't have any out. We can get some quickly if we need to. I can smell it. Do you smell that chemical smell?
I smell champagne. Let me smell.
It's better than I don't think it's going.
Oh yeah, I smell it.
It must be this one because okay, this one's got some heat starting. You can hear it. This one's actually going good now. Let's throw the traditional Vienna sausages in here.
Oh, you're heating those?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, I guess that's better than.
Not. Oh, I have 2 cans of each, so if you guys really need to see what it's like cold, you can do that too. But I have a feeling you're not going to be that concerned about it. And I just figured this is a way to use these, you know, since I wasn't really planning on heating up anything. There is one other thing. We're already almost an hour into this. It's just amazing how fast this time goes by. This thing is really cooking. It really popped off. I am impressed. And I can't even get that in the right way, but that's all right. It is just get it warm. It doesn't have to be hot or anything. Anyway, the one little surprise thing was that by actually a special request from Mrs. gschultz9 of all people, one of the other possibilities for tonight was to actually do a fast, down and dirty MRE review. And the reason why it's requested by Mrs. gschultz9 is because she wants to clear out some of the MREs that are in the house, in the apartment.
I'm not sure that was my motivation, but it certainly played into it. Sure.
So I actually have a case of these MREs from XMRE, which from the front, it's funny, I actually have never seen these yet. Who is it? Shoot, I don't remember, I don't think she's here, but there was somebody who's actually done a review of these. And I actually got this case in 2018. It's going to be 3 years ago, I think this spring. And I just never got around to opening it. I wanted to do a video, you know, when I do those case openings. It was like a new product I never had, and I was going to do a case opening, and then I was going to do the reviews, and I just never get around to it. So it just looks like an XMRE MRE, but it's actually, I want to show you which one this is because I took out a couple of them. So today, just for the hell of it, I did break into the case because of the special request. From the outside, it looks like a standard one. It doesn't say XT3000, not 3000, XT1300, or any of the other numbers. It just says XMRE because this is actually a halal MRE. And this one is the halal sag chole with lamb. Do you know how that pronounced?
Oh, yum.
Which, yeah, I mean,
Sure.
to get that reaction from
Yeah.
Mrs. gschultz9 is
That
pretty
sounds
cool. But I was looking at it, I didn't go through all the menus, but it's kind of funny because this is like the Cadillac of halal meals and MREs because the US, the genuine USM ones had this as one of the meals. So it's probably the same pouch. But they also had I don't want to say lame, but they also had halal maple brown sugar oatmeal.
See, no, I don't mind that. Why you?
It seems like a funny thing to, like, you know, it seems like it should be like, this is, I mean, I can't even read this. It's so like halal sounding, you know. Sag chole with lime.
It's an Indian dish, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but then it's just maple brown sugar oatmeal, which this is something which used to be in the first generation of meal kit supply MREs. This is the only place I'd ever seen this. And so obviously XMRE has taken over that mantle. And one thing I found out about this is it doesn't last a hell of a long time because I had one, I think it was about a year ago. I don't know if anybody remember that. I did one when it was new, and it was this pile of oatmeal. And then when I did one when it was about 4, maybe 5 years old, which is like towards the end of its prescribed shelf life, it was basically a liquid. It had started to like ferment, and it was not any good. So that's not too bad. I mean, and it does sound good because it's maple. Oh, it's not the apple maple, but it's maple brown sugar oatmeal. So that's, you know, makes it tasty. And then check this one out. If you're going to have a halal meal, how about halal plain oatmeal?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Like,
I
you know,
mean,
if you're going to get an MRE, it's like
certified, right?
yeah, I mean, it's the nice thing is that they're putting in breakfast menus. I can't complain about that. But it's not a lot in these. These are more like 2-course meals. This the maple brown sugar one. It has the maple brown sugar oatmeal, chocolate pudding, chipotle tortillas, plain cheese spread, mocha cappuccino, utensils, and flameless ration heater. I don't even think it has coffee because the coffee is probably not halal. It does have 980 calories, and the lamb one is just over 1,000. So it doesn't have a side. You know what? It does. It does have a side because it has the tortillas and the cheese, and it does have a dessert with the chocolate pudding. And I'm guessing that these are those chocolate puddings that were in the U.S., the genuine U.S. Halal meals. That's not a powder like we're used to seeing in MREs, but it's actually pre-made. And it's nice to not have that step because it's called a meal ready to eat, and you actually have to add water and shake it up and this, that, and the other thing. But I think that the powder ones taste better. The ready-made ones had a kind of a chemical sort of taste to me. I don't know.
So are we gonna make one of those?
I don't know. I mean, we still have a lot of stuff to try here.
Let's do the Vienna.
All right. Let's check out the double ham, which is now in a plain thing, and see if this is. I am kind of expecting, now that you mentioned that, I'm kind of expecting it to have like a relish kind of a smell to it. And
Yeah,
obviously there's people out there who eat this all the time, and
Yeah,
they're probably like, well, how do you not know what to expect? But it kind of looks like a pate from a French ration. Oh, no, really?
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing I was thinking of was ham salad. Definitely ham salad.
Yeah, that's what I was too. And I think it kind of is, but it's sort of like packed down.
Packed down and pulverized. What does it smell like?
It smells like Spam.
Yeah. Very salty.
You want those square crackers?
Yes. A saltine.
Oh no, I meant. Yeah, actually that would be good because that's more plain.
Saltine crackers.
Yeah, why not? We don't have a lot of these for those that meat and cheese stuff, but I think this will be a good thing to put it on. I do have one pack of
Magnum's checking out.
That wasn't sealed. Oh, Magnum, you have to leave. Wish you all a happy New Year. I'm glad you were able to come by. Happy New Year to you. And we'll see you on YouTube and Facebook. So this may be on the stale side because the package itself wasn't actually closed.
This whole meal is destined for greatness.
Look at that.
Oh, wow, the consistency. Oh boy. You know what is interesting about this whole thing is I almost got like
a pate.
Because you like pate. And I was almost going to get some for New Year's, and I don't know why, but I'm cringing at this, but it's basically the same consistency.
Yeah, this is like a super processed ham salad. I mean, you could add some relish to this. I don't think you're gonna hate this as much as you might think you are going to, and I certainly could be wrong. Let me try it.
You could be.
It's possible.
Salty?
I don't think it's that bad. It's kind of like, yep, it's salty. It's kind of like you took Spam and threw it in a blender, pulsed it for a few seconds. What was it? I think Spam. I was going over all the different varieties, and there was one that was like was it Spam paste, or it was like something that sounded kind of like scary, but I bet that's a lot like this. Mm-hmm. So, are you willing to?
Yeah, I'll try it.
On the spoon or on the cracker?
I put it on a cracker. Oh my gosh.
I don't think it's too bad. And of course, that's me talking. Would I want to eat this every day? No. But for a special little New Year treat, and they do show it in the on the packaging. Here you go. They do show it like as a sandwich. I could see that. I could see putting it between a couple pieces of bread with maybe some cheese, some lettuce. I think I probably would go with a little relish.
Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. That cracker is stale.
I'm not exactly surprised. But, yeah, it is. It is. It's like a almost like a whipped, like an overdone ham salad with missing a couple of the ingredients. You could probably put you could put some relish in it, maybe even a little bit of mayo. Mix it up, and I think that might taste good, but I also have to confess I don't think it tastes that bad as it is.
It's not horrible. No, I mean the crackers.
That is, when you hear that, that's.
Yeah, no, the cracker tastes worse, and I've had a lot to drink, so there you go. That's cool. All right.
All right. We had that, and now
Little
I guess.
mini doggies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's whip those up. They've had a
Do you
couple
need a
minutes.
plate, or what do you need for that?
Let's
go get it.
see. Where did?
Your green platter's right below you.
Oh, that's true. If I can make a little room for that.
Yeah, we can. Here, I'll move these.
This is the kind of stuff that's nice to be able to edit out, but can't do that on live TV.
No.
If anybody has any burning desires for any of the other stuff that we're probably going to end up skipping for time's sake, let us know. But I think I think the oysters were kind of high on the list.
Yeah. So we're gonna do these first and then the oysters.
Yeah. I think it's about a few minutes to heat. And I mean, they're actually in cans. They don't really need a tray, I suppose. But
That was fun.
whatever.
It's your signature.
That is true. Get it out onto a tray.
Oh, Gusto. Who's that?
All right, see Gusto. Did you just get here? Just got home from work. Glad to get to stop by. I'm glad to hear. Glad to have you here, RC. That's awesome. Gusto is in the house, and I am glad that you just got here. Thank you for the super chat. Ow. I hit a tray. Typo. Yeah, of course it's typos. I hate that. Like I hate when you like click enter because I type so slow, and like on Smokey streams, the stuff is like flying by, and I'm trying to keep up with it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a response to that. I'm like, do, and by the time I do, they're like 10 thoughts away, and then there's a typo in it too. You know, I'm actually gonna do. I never do this, but what they do is they actually make a second tear line, which I never use that, and that's why. That's why it's there. And now it may be actually possible to get this out of here.
Can you burn yourself? Should I have Band-Aids ready? Oh.
That was an effective heater. For 7 years, going on 8 years old. I keep forgetting it's basically 2021 now. This one may need to be wiped off. And just like the top ones, the bottom.
What do you need?
Let me see.
Help?
No, I need my knife.
Here you do.
Yeah, and I had my folding knife handy, but I for some reason don't have it, so I'm actually using the Magnus special knife, which is good. It's good to get to use that.
Magnus. It's good to see him.
Curious Pete is curious about this. He says, "How is cheap canned meat making me hungry?" You know why? Because you're part of this community. That's the effect that this would be having on me. I'd be like, I'm going to eat with this, and what should I have? Should I have hamburger? Should I have something? I was like, I should have canned meat or an MRE, something to that effect. This does not work as well as a regular retort pouch.
Okay.
It's a little bit more challenging to get out, but that was effective too. Kind of a mess with all those
The
filings in there. Let me just wipe it down just to be sure we're not eating any of those.
Oh, please.
But that's hot, as people know.
Oh, wow.
I
Hot.
pronounced that weird,
Yes, you do.
but it's true. It is hot, or hot. As a matter of fact, that one was more effective than this one was. All right, Vienna sausages. I think we're gonna need to break out the toothpicks for this.
Oh boy. Okay.
I don't think it's so hot that it's gonna spray or anything. RC asked if anybody else is having a whiskey. We're not having whiskey, but you wouldn't know this, and I could keep it a secret by not mentioning it. But where did our drinks go?
Oh, I put them in the kitchen.
Oh, jeez, Louise, I didn't have that much to drink. My beer. Oh, my beer's here. My beer too. That's still here. Anyway,
Oh boy.
not having whiskey, but we are having. The other one's gone too.
No.
We are having U.S. MRE orange beverage powder with rum, dark rum. So cheers, RC. And cheers you with your whiskey. And we're also having. Oh wow, this liquid is like expanded or something.
How can you tell?
Because it's coming out. I'm getting on my thumb. And there's the classic Vienna sausages. And as an alternative, we also have chicken Vienna sausage, which I don't think I have ever had. That one did squirt a little bit. Wow, those heaters were really effective.
Yeah. You want me to get the girls?
Yeah, I think they need
We're ready for
they
this?
need to be subjected to some of this stuff.
Yes, absolutely, 110%.
There we go. Sorry, folks. Live TV. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's hilarious because the girls are like, "Are we getting ice cream?" I'm like,
Something like
kind
that.
of. All right, so entree the youngers.
All right, little critters. Have you ever had these before? These are called Vienna sausages.
Stop. What?
These are called Vienna sausages. Have you ever had these before?
Oh, I haven't.
You know, I didn't think so, but it seems like there's a possibility
It
that
smells great
at some
here.
point in the past we may have subjected you to them.
Oh my god, they're glistening.
Maybe a cracker so they can try the ham.
Oh, okay, sure.
I know this may not be what you thought you'd be doing on New Year's Eve, but we're going to try some fun stuff.
Okay. You guys ready for it? No.
All right, this is ham. Do you know what kind of ham it is?
Ew.
Listen. Do you know what kind of ham it is?
Nope.
It's deviled ham.
Oh.
What do they call it?
This is the package right here. You know, that's a good question. Does anybody know that? I mean, I was just like associated with Underwood and the devil on it, but is this the process of deviling something that you just like beat the hell out of it, beat it to a pulp there? Take a bite of that and let me know what you think of that. Sorry, girls, it'll be over before you know it. And plus, you had all the pigs and blankets, right? Oh my God, there's only 3 left.
We had not that many.
All right, don't eat
I
any more.
don't
because
think
Daddy hasn't
Oh!
had any.
We actually have one other meat-based treat too. It's on the stove.
Go ahead.
At least give it a whiff.
Try it.
A whiff? Okay.
Tiny Town had some.
Just take
It's
that
ham.
nibble. It's salty.
It's
You
ham.
like
It's salty ham.
Sophia's here.
You know, what do you think to Small Town? You actually took more than one bite.
I don't think I did.
You just got a cracker.
Small likes it.
I'm holding this for the tiny one. Oh, monster, that's just cracker. Just a baby girl. You can do it.
Your friend Sophia's here.
Mm-hmm.
Tannis we're here too.
I
Oh, jeez.
push that cracker down here. Show that cracker. Look at this. The elder has had more than one bite. She hasn't said anything yet, and she's on her phone. But this says something.
Because I'm hungry.
This is all that's gone out of the other one. Is basically cracker bits around the edge. It's like some little mouse got to it or something. All right, you want to give it a try, Small Town
No.
creature?
I already tried it.
All right.
I think her version of trying it was the cracker around it.
All right, the Vienna sausage. I'm going to try this.
Oh, somebody said the paprika is the main ingredient in deviled.
Oh,
Interesting.
is that what's deviled about it? Is it devilish because it's let's see, ham cured with water, salt, brown sugar, sodium nitrate, and seasoning, mustard, flour, spices, turmeric.
Magnus says, embrace your inner Swedish Vikings, little ones.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Bravely conquer new food.
Yeah, they didn't that. So Magnus, another thing they sent me in one of those care packages was a whole bunch of all this interesting Swedish stuff that I didn't really know what to do with, even though I'm Swedish, you know, heritage-wise. Look at how wiggly these are. They're called sausages,
dear
but
Lord.
it's
It's slimy.
it's kind of a weird.
Why is a lid slimy?
You dropped that on the
Oh,
floor? Oh, that's gross. It was the lid for the Vienna sausage.
Nope.
Don't touch anything.
No, it was for the
Oh,
devil ham. Devil ham. Not that that's any better, but.
Oh, it was.
So anybody who's had these knows what to expect, and it's just. Oh, you know what? We have barbecue sauce. Yeah. Let's. All right. I know you guys aren't gonna be terribly interested in this, so let me.
Okay.
So the Vienna sausage it's just really soft. That's kind of like the most off-putting thing about it. And it's salty. Not something you'd want to eat a lot of. And it's kind of funny to me. Like, I don't know why they exist. Are there people that really enjoy these? Because to me, they're like something that I'll get like once a year, just because I kind of like feel like nostalgic about it because of that, you know, the old New Year's, you know, my family had. And I'll buy one can, and I'll eat it, and I'll be like, okay, I'm good. You know, so I mean, there must be somebody that actually eats it. But what we have here, in addition to the standard Vienna sausage, which what's the main meat in it? Did I say it was? What is it? It's
Do you eat that with like a condiment, or you
I
just eat
wonder.
it as is?
mechanically separated chicken broth. So this is like a chicken. It already is chicken. That's funny. Made with chicken, beef, and pork added, in a chicken broth. So the regular one is already chicken based. So the chicken one must just not have the pork or the beef or something. I didn't actually look at these before I. Mechanically separated chicken broth. Yeah. So this just doesn't have the beef and pork, but it's basically the same thing. So I got to try that because I don't think I've ever. It just stabs so easily. I don't know that I've ever had the chicken one. And it's not going to focus, but you know what they look like.
What do you think?
First thought is it tastes the same, but it is a little bit different. It's subtly different. I don't want to say it tastes more chicken-like, but I mean, I guess that is what the difference would be. Mrs. gschultz9?
Okay.
We'll go in the order that we have been going in. Have some of this.
You want to try some? It's like a hot dog.
And you know what's funny? This is like so soft.
It's just like a hot dog. How can it?
You could actually.
Very meaty.
It's very meaty. You could actually put this on a cracker.
On my sweater. Okay.
I think you could do this. You can actually put this on a cracker and spread it like a spread because it's look at that. See,
Town. Oh.
does that look appetizing or what? I'm not gonna make the. I shouldn't let you see it even.
Looks like dog food.
Wow, that was interesting. Because I have the devil ham on it too.
What did you mix the Vienna sausage with?
No,
Here.
I was saying that these sausages are so. What do you think of that? Oh, I guess not a lot. You shouldn't eat too much of it.
That's what I said.
You take a nibble.
She already
I
did.
already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't
What
like
did either of you think of it? Besides,
You first.
I wish I could show you the face.
It kind of just tastes like a hot dog, but just the consistency is. different.
Here's the chicken version. While you still have that thought in your mind, and I won't make the beast.
What are
Oh.
those?
This is a chicken version.
Basically, I think it's the same thing, but it doesn't have beef and pork.
Yeah, no, that's worse. The beef and pork make it taste good.
Town.
Oh
What do you got?
No.
Just be back in on camera.
On the thing. It's desk, but I can have paper towel. No. No.
It sounds sweet.
No.
It's really there's not a lot to it, is it? It's not. It's not like a sauce. It's not even like a hot dog. We have to like.
No,
Like, chew it, it
it's
kinda
not even.
disappears.
It's like a sponge. Like it's like a toy hot dog.
What does it taste like? Anything?
A toy hot dog.
Toy hot dog.
That's warm.
Does it taste like anything?
No.
Does this taste
It tastes like mint.
mint?
Ew. What?
I don't know. It's like an aftertaste or something.
Is this one any different? This one is different, so tell me if it tastes any different. I'm sure you're not gonna notice.
It still tastes like mint.
Mint.
Oh.
Why does it
Okay,
taste
whatever.
like mint?
I'm not sure.
So weird.
Am I smelling something, man? Jamie Hammonds. Happy holiday, G. Schultz, Ms. G. Schultz. Welcome, Jamie. Have you just gotten here, Jamie, or have you been here? Tunnel Fish, it's another name I hadn't seen. James Ortiz, I don't know if I'd seen him. Good on white bread, James Ortiz. Is that the Vienna sausages or the deviled ham? I could see that being good on white bread or any kind of bread, rye. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. But we got the critters out here.
Wait, I want chips.
I think we have one more thing we need to try
Oh, okay. They're going away.
before they leave us. Oh, what the heck? All gum.
Oh my!
I'm going to try one more thing. Maybe should I tell them what it is, or should I just?
No, you're not telling what it is. I command you to not tell them what it is.
And once we get off tonight, we're gonna get our New Year
We're
gear.
gonna transition.
Yeah, because we'll still have 3 hours to go.
Will we?
Smokey, are you still here? I was wondering if you're.
He said he had bills to pay. I don't know if that meant he just has this on in the background. And
I probably shouldn't mention this, but I just ate a piece of Vienna sausage off the floor.
You are gross.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I saw it, and I should have picked it up and thrown it away, but it popped in my mouth. Yeah, Smokey, I don't know if when you're planning on having your next live stream, if it's going to be, if you're going to do one tonight or if you're going to do one Saturday. Smokey threw away all his Vienna sausages except one can that has the best date, October 2016. Yeah, that's what's kind of funny is I don't buy a lot of it, so I never have a problem with the Best Buy dates because I usually buy one. You know what? I actually bought a couple with the intention of having them with Four Fingers of Death MRE to compare them because everybody says they like Vienna sausages. It's like, how specifically are they like Vienna sausages? Are they exactly, or are they kind of? Or... And I just never get around to doing a review. It's funny. I would have actually been the first person to do a review of a MRE Frankfurters because there just weren't any around. And then Steve did one, and I believe Smokey's done one, and like pretty much everybody in the world has done one now, and I never get around to it. Part of the reason was because I actually had the one I had. It was actually one from when I was in the Army, so I don't want to say it was special, but it actually had meaning to me. You know what I mean? It was like something like I never really wanted to open it. And Steve actually sent me one. He sent me another one that was probably from the same vintage, but in a lot better shape. And I just never get around to it. So I kind of felt bad about that. But we're going to try this next. And this will be the last of the special little weird treats that are kind of like reminiscent of the stuff my dad would break out for New Year's Eve parties back when I was a kid. And I wonder if you'll forget about it. Because I was hoping she'd be here because of the New Year's Eve stuff. But if my sisters are watching this in repeat mode later after it's not live, hopefully you guys will get a kick out of all this weird stuff we're trying. And I'm not exactly making the girls try them. I do have one kind of funny story that I wrote a blog about having to do with the New Year's Eve things. When I was really little, I remember seeing the kitchen table full of all these weird treats and things. And the Vienna sausages I was kind of familiar with, as like, I'm sure I had no problem trying that. The one thing I found really strange was cottage cheese, of all things. Cottage cheese, which is not exactly a weird... okay. This may not go over well. Cottage cheese isn't exactly a... what's the word I'm thinking of? An exotic food or anything like that. It's kind of a regular thing, but I never really liked the consistency of it. It just always looks kind of weird and lumpy to me. But I saw it on the table. I'm like, I kind of want to try that. And it was all there for us to try. There's obviously, even though I was little, there's nothing on the table that I wasn't supposed to eat. But for whatever reason, it seemed like it was like a. It did seem like it was exotic. It was like this weird thing, and I was like, I shouldn't be eating that. And for whatever reason, I looked under the table, and I saw something white on the floor down near the wall, and I crawled under the table, and I picked the white thing up, and I took a bite of it because I thought it was the cottage cheese, and it was soap. I was like 5, so I mean, this is a long time ago. Yeah, all right. I don't know if the girls are. What do you think of this, critters? Without even trying it, just looking at it and not being close enough to smell it.
It's leaking.
I wish you could see their faces. Yeah, it's in oil or something. It's in, what is it in? It must be oil. It actually doesn't say. It just says hardwood smoked. Ingredients. No. All right. Well, I'm going to try one, and Mrs. G's going to try one.
What?
And if the critters feel brave, they'll.
Not sure.
Oh, really?
Try one.
Really? I thought this would be almost up your alley. All right, maybe I'm the only one that's gonna try it, but I think it's gonna be okay. I mean, it's cooked, right? I mean, it's hardwood smoked.
Cottonseed oil. So it's packed in cottonseed oil. Yikes.
David HSL. I tried smoked oysters once, and they actually tasted better than I expected. I saw
it with a cracker. You want to try it with a cracker?
I saw the first line, and I was like, I was thinking like maybe he's warning me and I shouldn't try it at all. I will try it with cracker, but I'm just gonna try it this way first. Yeah, I had a feeling because it's packed in this. Did we figure out if it's oil or water?
Cottonseed oil.
Cottonseed oil. Because it's packed in that, it just has like a seafoody taste, and it's really not bad. David Cans, thank you for the super chat.
Thanks, Colin, for the lead by example. Well, I'm holding one of my babies in my hand.
It's
In my hand, in my lap.
it's fishy.
Oh, you're holding a
Are you willing to try one, Mrs. G?
Okay, fine. Fine, Colin, fine. Alright. You, out of my
We
lap.
did mention that. Maybe you guys wanted to bring one out and show them. That would be that
bring
would
him out
No.
bring one out.
No, not happening.
in front of the
All
camera.
right, Mrs.
No,
G
not
is
happening.
checking it out. Take a whiff.
Yeah, I mean, it
It's-
smells like any smoked.
Yeah, I mean it's not all
Smoked
that
fish.
different from
You gonna try some?
it's not all that different from sardines.
Why not?
It's not something I want to do.
You know, like that. I mean, it's brave and it's live TV. You know,
Mm-hmm. That's nothing.
we're trying different stuff here. All right, to me, before she even says anything, I'm thinking this is not going to be that bad to you.
Yeah, no, it's
Compared to other
really.
stuff.
I mean, it's
It's-
worth looking at it in the can. You, just try it, babe.
It may not be up your
Yeah,
alley, but
no,
it's
try it.
it's closer to your alley at least.
It's better than the Vienna sausages.
Okay.
You
'Cause it
like
actually
you like
tastes like
you like
seafood.
sardines, right? I've given you sardines
I will.
before.
If you drop
Just-
that
just
on
be
the
careful it
rug,
doesn't- just be careful it
though,
doesn't trip.
there will be hell to pay.
Let's make sure it doesn't drip. Okay. I wish I could put the camera on, but I'm not going to. I mean, that's the thing with these kids; they're not really saying anything, and it's yeah. Thank you, David Cans. I said that, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate
Oh
that.
no.
Oh no,
No, but it's
That
it's
bad?
a real thing, right? It's
worse
yummy.
worse than these?
It's worse than the sausages.
I don't think no.
I don't
Yes.
think no. Really? Oh, no, actually, yeah, I can't see that because this is just
It's
even though it's really soft and squishy, it is like a sausage. But yeah, no, I could see that being worse. But what taste wise though, I mean, it just tastes like fish basically, right?
yes.
It has like a smoked fish kind of taste to it. And before I finish this next one, let me I will put it on the cracker.
I mean, I'm struggling with the oysters here. I mean, why would people want to eat this?
This is an MW
It's like-
Polar sent me a bunch of canned things
This is
before,
like-
and it had kippered.
Oyster shooters all
Kippered
around.
fillets or whatever, like, but that was a fish. And it kind of seemed like it was like this or something, but
Magnus is like, oysters is an aphrodisiac. Yes, and meh.
yeah, when they're
But
raw
like,
and you
why?
swallow them.
Yeah, like raw. But why, Magnus? Why would you have a smoked one? I guess like for convenience factor. I guess, but there's 18 grams of protein in it, so that's a lot of protein.
That's a good thing. I mean, like if you were making a homemade MRE and you didn't mind these things, it would be a good item to put in there. It's probably more protein than that would be in a can of sardines, right?
So the entire can is 230 calories and 18 grams of protein. Would I have that versus
I wish I got nuggets here because one thing I will say, and maybe part of the reason I'm not so offended by this is not as bad as the silkworm larva that Emmy made in Japan sent. That was. Did you try that? After I did the video, no?
I don't think
I remember I did save them, and I was going to have you guys try them, but I'm not sure if you did. That was of a similar ilk to this. I mean, this thing it looks scary. I don't know if anybody's a fan of Godzilla. I'm a big fan of Godzilla, but it kind of looks like the smog monster, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, and it's kind of wiggly too, like the Vienna sausages. But it's not. It's like liver.
Yeah. Yeah, the consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency of liver with a taste of fish. Yeah, not something I think I would seek out. But let me a little more of this. I don't know. I guess should we do the ham too, or should we check out that MRE?
I have. Okay. Oh my god.
Ay, ay, ay.
Feel it.
A little more of the devil. I'm actually using this to clear my palate from all the other weird stuff because this is it does taste like ham. It's supposed to taste like chicken. It tastes like ham. Hermosa Beach guy Gamera, yeah. Oh, my favorite Gamera was the one with the with those aliens that took the kids and they were gonna like eat their brains or something, but they first they wanted them to yeah, because they had to shave their heads and it was like always the best because it was like you're kidnapped by these beautiful aliens and they give you donuts and milk. I don't know who here was getting that, but that was like the ultimate. Colin Moore, Get Smog Monster, remember that? Sodium levels are incredible, says Tunnelfish. That is true. which is why I'm not going to eat all of these cans. I didn't really even go over that. Let's see. The key here is the serving size. Serving size is 1 can. That's actually kind of fair because there's so many things where they'll give you something like this, and you look at the numbers and you be like, that's not too bad, and then you realize it's like serving size 2 per can or something like that. So this does have, this can has 46% of your daily sodium intake. So basically half of your sodium. And it does have 10 grams of protein. So it does have, some redeeming factors. That was the chicken one. I didn't even look at the regular one. The regular one has, oh wow. That's kind of a surprise. I should have done this. I'm sorry, I apologize that I didn't do the whole nutritional value kind of thing. Regular Vienna sausages only have 34% of your daily sodium intake. Whereas the chicken one, which you would almost think would be more healthy, because they like, it seems like it's a different version. It has 20 more calories, and it has only 12% more of the sodium, but from 34% to 46%. And they both have 10 grams of protein. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And same around cholesterol, 28%. So yeah, a lot of all that kind of stuff. Not a surprise. And how about the deviled ham? 8 grams of protein. Is this one? So this is interesting. This can is smaller than the Vienna sausage can. Granted, it's jam-packed full. It's not like, was 8 little sausages. But that is a serving size is a quarter of the can. So it only has 20% of your daily sodium intake, but that's for a quarter of the can. If you eat the whole can, it has 80%. So that's kind of crazy for somebody who's like hungry and popping open a can and just kind of, I don't know who would do that, but if somebody would just chow down on this can. The Ration Museum should get a shout out. What was it, Sundays that they go on? Smokey would know that. Smokey has his live streams on Saturday, and I think the Ration Museum has been doing it on Sunday pretty regularly. Oh, Smitty's here. Hey, Smitty, hello from Canada. Happy New Year.
Hello from Canada.
Did I say from Canada? I said hello. Oh, he said hello from Canada. I'm like, I haven't had that much of this.
Yes, this is a massive sausage fest.
But yeah, the Ration Museum, I mean, that's one thing that, like, with me, really kind of like taking a hiatus. So I'm glad to know that the Ration Museum is out there, and definitely something we need to support. Someplace where all these old and rare and historical kind of rations being collected. It's very important work for this kind of community. Gail Korfman, wander downstairs for water and freeze-dried strawberries. That sounds good. That definitely sounds healthier than what's on this tray. Speaking of freeze-dried strawberries, that's actually a good point. One of the things I got the girls for Christmas was a box of Lucky Charms, because they don't get to eat. I should probably plug this in. They don't get to eat the sugary cereals too much. And when I was a kid, that was another special thing around Christmas. Is I usually would get either a box of the real sugary cereal that you wouldn't get to have all the time, or those little mini boxes, like one of those Kellogg's variety packs. I love those things. Mm-hmm. And then you get a bunch of different ones instead of just one. But the tiny creature, she actually was having some of her Lucky Charms and said, "Why are these marshmallows?" She said they're like crispy on the outside or something. Like she said, like it was an interesting like thing, and I was like, I'm really glad you asked that, because I had never even really thought about this, but it was a great chance to tell her something kind of ration related. The fact that the marshmallows are freeze dried. I don't know if they're freeze dried or dehydrated, but I just said freeze dried because it seemed like pretty likely. And since we're talking, why don't I? Give you a little bit of dead air for a second there. Why don't we take a look at these? Because the thing that's funny is this week we went to Target. That was actually where I got the oysters. And I was looking for like interesting things, and I should have got this. The tiny creature, she actually found. We were looking for some fluff, marshmallow fluff for something that the elder was making earlier in the week, and she actually found, after asking me that question about the marshmallows, she actually found a bag of marshmallows that were Lucky Charms marshmallows, and I should have got them because it would have been great to compare them, because they were the non-freeze dried version. So you know, just as a kid, I'm just so used to these. I don't think anything about them, and it doesn't occur to me that they were actually larger marshmallows that were shrunk down to this little candy kind of consistency. But just a little side note that the tiny creature kind of inspired, and now I have to eat this handful. That's a good palate cleanser. So what was your favorite? The girls are gone. What would you say was your favorite and least favorite of all this stuff?
All right.
With the caveat that everything
Yeah.
is your least favorite. But
Yeah. I need a kale chaser to. Yeah. Okay. All right. What I'm thinking was my favorite. Meaning what? What do I want to mean by my favorite?
I get that that's a tough
Yeah.
question. That's not.
Um,
You can try them again.
I want to say the oysters.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's good. That's interesting.
I mean, I do like smoked things, and it's in.
So hold on.
What?
Tom Fish said, magically diabetic. Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it's, it's bathed in oil and whatever, but it feels like it's less processed, and I like the smoky flavor. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I could not eat a whole oyster. I just had maybe half.
Mm.
Give me another bite. Let's do this.
Smokey just gave a lot of good information about the Ration Museum streams and the giveaways that they have based on
Cool.
on viewers. So yeah, everybody that tunes in to the Ration Museum streams, I missed most of what Smokey was saying, but now I'm looking at what he's saying about freeze-dried marshmallows. If you tune in, there's a chance you may win something. You may win a prize. Because in an effort to get more viewers, Smokey has been giving prizes at like 30 viewers and 40 viewers and 50, something like that. So it's going to be a problem
Yeah.
when they
Okay,
really
this is
pick
a
up
good combination.
and have like
people.
100 viewers. But
I'm not opposed to this. It's actually pretty good.
and I would say the more of the one that you have, meaning the one in the
Old
glass.
Smokey's like, yeah, you for real? Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's odd. I'll give you that.
And my theory is the more of this, the more of those will become palatable.
As I'm placing the rest of it down, I'm like, plunk.
Wait.
I didn't
Wait.
mean to throw it down. Sorry, little oyster. Does have a loud noise, but I do like a smoked flavor. I do prefer a smoked flavor. And then my second.
This is good to get the different opinion. That's what people do appreciate about having Mr. gschultz9 on some of the reviews, because she has a different palate than I do, and she also tends to like real food more than I do. I mean, I have an appreciation for this kind of stuff that a lot of people in the community do. So it's good to get an outside kind of view. So you were saying
Okay, and then my
after
second
this-
favorite is, which is the Vienna sausage that was turkey and beef, not turkey
pork,
and beef, pork and
beef, and chicken.
Yes, the pork and beef, followed by the deviled ham, and then the chicken sausage.
Really?
Last.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was that much of a difference between the two of them for you.
The flavor, the chicken sausage flavor for me wasn't as. It was not a flavor palette that I was interested in. Like definitely.
I gotta
eating
try
the
another
beef
one
and
then.
pork. Yeah.
I forgot which. These are all. I can't remember if those are all one or not. So I'll grab a fresh one, and they're not warm anymore now. They're chilled out. Yeah, I think I do. It seems weird to say I do prefer, but I think I do prefer the original ones.
What's the original? Beef and pork?
Beef. Well, both chicken is the first ingredient in both of them.
Oh.
Alice W, thank you.
Thank you,
for the super
Alex.
chat. New Year news greetings from Germany. Oh, that's how the
That's an
That's
early
a
morning
Euro.
there in Germany.
yeah, you're already in it, right? Into 2021. 2021.
Mm.
I don't know if I see a lot of difference, but I think I definitely do have a preference for the original
Yeah.
out of the two. My favorite though, and I'd have to say by far, even though I don't hate Vienna sausages, my favorite was the deviled ham.
Was it?
Partially because it is similar to spam, which I don't hate. You know, I know that's what you're supposed to say. You're like, oh, I don't like that. It's not healthy and everything, but I like spam. And this is pretty spammy. Let's see if this one is sealed. Maybe these are actually fresh. Yeah, this actually seems to be sealed. I don't know if it'll make any difference because they weren't like soft or anything, but they're not very flavorful. These aren't the best crackers in the world. I think you would agree.
Where did you buy these oysters?
I was saying at Target.
Oh, it.
And then of course after that I went to Stop and Shop and they had them there.
Okay,
cheaper,
I couldn't remember
but-
if it was that or the dollar store.
Oh no! Oh, I wish it was because it was like $2.29 or something. So I would have rather spent $1 on it because I don't think we're gonna eat too many more of those. But yeah, for me, that's not bad, and it does have. I don't know if it's suggestion because you were talking about it, but it does have in its flavorings or its spices or whatever. Mustard flour, spices, just the spices and turmeric. It does have a little bit of a relish kind of flavor. I think to me it really does taste like ham salad. Put this on one of those little mini finger rolls. Yeah, I'd eat that up. The only problem, like to be serious, the only problem I have with it is that it is too salty. I mean, that's something that would be good if you're out doing hiking or whatever and losing all kinds of salt through sweat. You need to replenish it. But if you're just hanging around celebrating New Year's and eating snack foods, you don't need that much salt. So salty and sweet. What was I thinking of? We're like wrapping up.
Yeah.
I think there's only like 15 minutes left. Should we not bother with the MRE?
Yeah, not enough time. I think next time we'll do an
I was
MRE. So
thinking-
let us know, guys, which MRE we should do, like the oatmeal or the sag chole. Is sag chole? And I forget which one
Yeah,
it is.
it's chole with lamb.
We should have Dino come do it with us.
And-
Dino was really interested in it.
Oh, really?
He sent a
Oh,
go.
okay. So all this stuff, and I completely forgot. In addition to the pigs and blankets, we also had this, which
I
is
just
the.
ate 2 of them out of the pan. I was
Oh, look at that! Who are you? Me? And these were all heated up and ready to go, and the girls actually like these. These are mini hot dogs, in it's barbecue sauce and grape jelly, right?
And
Yeah.
some mustard.
Oh, and some mustard. I didn't realize that. So.
That makes it spicy.
For anybody who's not aware of that, that's a really tasty little like party snack. The little mini wieners, and is it like an even?
Kielbasa too.
Oh yeah, that's true. It goes great with kielbasa too. But is it an even mixture of your favorite barbecue sauce?
And grape jelly.
And you
yeah.
throw in a can of grape
think so.
jelly, and apparently a little bit of mustard too.
Yeah.
And these are. I guess I might as well eat one on camera since we're
I
here.
think you got it.
And I did not have any. There's only 3 pigs and blankets left. I need to reserve those for myself because I only had 2 so far. There was 35 of those things, and there's only 3 left, and I only had 2.
I love that you counted them.
Maybe I had 3. But these are the same hot dogs, and this is really tasty.
Yep, these are cocktail sausages.
Oh, it's still hot too. Great New Year snack. You want one?
I already had 2. Yep, they're
So,
little smokies.
We're gonna have some leftovers. We actually already have leftover Chinese food. I'm getting full.
Yeah, but in a couple hours you will take that down once we cross over to the new year.
So sorry for anybody who was hoping for a review. I mean, we haven't really done them on the live streams, but we will at some point get to these things, and hopefully I'll get back to reviews, and I'll actually do real reviews of these. But why don't we just take a quick look? We got 50 minutes left. We'll just take. I want to save that one. Sorry. I want to take a look at the boring one. And there's nothing wrong with oatmeal. I mean, it's like I said, it's a great touch that they put in breakfast ones, but halal sag chole with lamb, or how we pronounce it, or halal plain oatmeal. It just doesn't sound very exciting. But let's just open up and look at what's in here. And so, like I said, these are from 2018. They have a date code on them. Well, I got them in 2018. It's actually the end of 2017, 7354. So it was
You
the
want
end
me
of
to get rid of this?
2017. Yeah, sure, if you don't mind. Thank you. The end of 2017, and I've had them since I guess spring of 2018. So this was very fresh when I got it. and I made a mistake of just not getting around to it. I mean, that of course is one of the reasons why you get MREs, is to be able to store them for when you need them, but I was supposed to be reviewing them. And one thing I will say about some of these commercial companies that you do need to be careful about is when they package their own stuff. Oh shoot, this one doesn't have any. Oh, Marilyn's here. Hey, Marilyn. You just get here? Sorry you weren't here this whole time. We were having well, I was having a lot of fun. Hopefully this has been fun for other people too. But welcome. Glad to see you here. One of the things I was hoping to do was we actually still have at least one of your gooey cakes gooey butter cakes that you make yourself. And I was gonna make that for this, and I didn't get around to it. But I did want to mention Marilyn. And what's the website? It's is it Ann and Allen Bakery? Throw your website up there, Marilyn, because people need to check that out to get some gooey butter cakes. All right, this one doesn't have one. It doesn't have it. I think it's because it's a breakfast one, but the not that one. The lamb one has corn nuggets, salted corn nuggets, which is a cool thing because when they first started putting them in, I don't think they actually had them in MREs, and I think now that they do, but they actually had a company put them in for themselves. So it was a really cool touch because they actually had elements. They had some snacks and sides that were branded with XMRE, and they were made for them. But I don't think that the retort pouches were quite up to snuff, and they didn't last more than a year. They had like little mini chocolate chip cookies, and they had the corn nuggets. And I remember being excited to try some, and I opened it up, and the corn nuggets had gone totally rancid. Like the oil had gone bad in them, and the little mini chocolate chip cookies. I actually gave one to the little monster. She had a field trip to a science museum, and I was like, oh, I was like, she can impress all her friends with this. I gave her an XMRE light menu, and it had the chocolate chip cookies, which probably would have been her favorite thing in it, but they were gross. They were all stale, and they sort of didn't taste like anything, and then they had this weird chemical aftertaste, so it was not a good thing. But anyway, I'm glad we did open that because this has the chocolate pudding dessert powder. I was expecting it to be that pre-made chocolate pudding, which I actually like this better. And this should be interesting because all these things should say that they're halal. And I'm wondering if they're just using things that aren't non-halal, and because this is just a standard Chipotle tortilla package. I'm not sure what their standards are. Irish cream instant powder, that would be good. You'd like that.
I would like that. Sorry, I didn't realize it.
And the cheese spread, this is the 1 ounce cheese spread, the smaller one. This is like rock hard in here. And then they do have, so there's no no coffee in the, and a different spoon too. It's actually a little rigid black spoon. It's actually kind of a nice spoon. But no coffee in the accessory pack like you usually find in the commercial MREs because I'm guessing it's not halal. And one thing that's cool out of all the stuff, the best thing I think is that it has the newer XMRE flameless ration heating element, which is very powerful. And I should just light one off now to show you, but here is the plain oatmeal. And you can see it as a different kind of packaging. So I have a feeling this may not last as long as a regular MRE. It still feels fine in here. It's only, 2.5 years old, getting close to 3 years old. So one thing that's nice about it is have the gusseted bottom, so you could actually stand that up. But I just wanted to kind of like look at what's in here, show you what these halal menus are. Obviously, the one with lamb would be a better one. Sticky Fingers is taken off. I hope you have good plans, Sticky, for the rest of the evening. I know we're cutting off at 9, and the idea that it's still 3 hours for people on the East Coast to. Sharon, did you just get here? Happy New Year! Oh, I'm glad you made it too. Hopefully you can catch up on some of the stuff. It was kind of fun. I don't think we did anything groundbreaking, but it was a fun couple hours. Yeah, we're gonna finish up about 9. Give everybody like 3 hours to get into whatever they want to do for New Year's on the East Coast, and obviously on the West Coast you have even more time. Some of our friends. Oh shoot! There's all kinds of stuff we didn't get to.
What do you mean?
Well, Magnus has already had New Year's, and who was it from Germany? I forget who that was. They've already had New Year's too, and I was going to mention that when I was talking about the postal system and how everything was messed up, we actually had, but the girls are already gone. We actually had some Christmas presents to open.
Oh, we did. Yeah. Stuff
Yeah,
came in
this
late.
this is something that the tiny one was really looking forward to,
Oh.
and so it's not Ration Review community related, but she would have had a good time with that. And this is another thing that was one of her presents that was supposed to be for Christmas, and it didn't arrive until a few days after Christmas. So she was going to open that. She still will. I mean, it just won't be on camera or anything. And this is something that I got after Christmas. I won't say how I got it, but it's Grease. It's the movie Grease. And I figured the elder could open that because the other one, the little one, was going to have so many things to open.
Sweet.
Grease on DVD, and then this was gonna be the consolation prize because I was waiting for the Magnus present. This is a good way to wrap it up because this whole thing was supposed to be about getting a care package from Sweden for the holidays from Magnus, who I hope is still here. And if Happy New Year stick, he just said, so he's still here. And it's getting late over there, so we'll cut it short so he can get some sleep or get some partying and whatever he wants to do. But while that package never arrived, just today, when I checked the mail to look for it, we got this package here. And this is actually from some friends of ours in Japan. So this was going to get opened too. I just realized I made a tease because why don't we open this?
Okay.
And I'll kind of like let the girls open it. Oh, it's taped though, so. These things are just Christmas presents, so I already told you what
Yeah,
one is, and
those are-
these won't be of interest to the Ration Review community. And this probably won't either, but
Yeah, you never know.
I feel bad, teasing it like that, and then being like, okay, here goes these. I'm not going to see any of that. So these are friends from Japan. They actually lived across the hall from us for a year, and they moved back to Japan, and we miss them, and we have what do you call it? FaceTime. We FaceTime them every once in a while, and
Skype.
and they've sent us a couple of care packages. We sent one to them, and that's not really working as well as I hoped it would. So just for something to open and something exotic, because we were expecting something from Sweden, instead we're going even further and getting something from Japan. And I'm not doing very
That's
good
on my
with this.
bucket list for visits once it's safe to travel again.
I was gonna try and make this so I could reseal it and the girls could open it, but
Well.
let's just see
That's
what is in here. And this isn't ration stuff. This is just from friends. Let me just take a quick look here. Some sticky notes here. Some
Aww.
little Japanese things. This is cute.
Japanese thing.
And there's that little sumo wrestler. That's cool. Flake
cute.
sticker. Oh, the little ones. I
Oh,
love that.
flake?
Not
Flake
sure
fish?
what that means, but 10 designs, 4 of each. All these
Oh,
little,
that's funny.
cute little stickers.
Aww.
Oh man, they're gonna love this. Is like perfect for them.
Oh, little post-its, little.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
point marker. That's cool.
Let me see the note.
Oh, for New Year's Day. That's so nice.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
adorable. Aw.
I should have told them about it. I don't know if they
those
would
are
have been able to
papers
watch.
For, Oregon.
Oh, it must be origami paper. Yeah, the little creature used that sometimes.
Oh.
And we got a couple notes here. Oh yeah, we got one from the family and one from one of the girls. Cool. So that's sorry, that's a little kind of on the private side, but I figured at least we opened something international. So that's kind of cool. We opened up one MRE and didn't actually try anything from it, but we'll try and get to one of these. Hopefully next time we'll base the video. I don't know when it'll be, but we'll base it around the halal MRE meal, and hope that everything's edible. And like I said, most of the stuff is just standard MRE stuff, which is great. But it surprised me a little bit because it doesn't say anything on them about being halal certified. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if they just took stuff that was generally considered to be okay for halal and just threw it in and called it halal. But actually, this doesn't even usually at least the entrees would say something. This is plain oatmeal, 7054. So that's interesting. Wow.
What?
The package doesn't even say anything. I thought this was going to be one of those certified halal things, but it just says U.S. inspected and passed Department of Agriculture, which is good to see. But it's interesting. They call it halal, but I don't know exactly what makes it halal as far as
Well, it's the way
being
they.
official.
Yeah, it's the way they.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess,
Meat, right?
yeah, I
Like,
guess
there's
because
no-
I guess there's no meat in this, so it's halal I don't. Does it have to be blessed? I don't know. I don't
Yes,
know.
I mean it's a certain way of butchering it,
And these aren't. This is totally standard MRE stuff. So there's no way that there was somebody looking over them, saying prayers over them, or whatever they have to do is.
No.
But anyway, it's nice that they have that, and I hope it actually does fulfill the needs of halal eaters.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, we'll check one out. It doesn't matter to us because we're not halal, so whatever. But
Do you have any hopes for 2021?
oh boy, I hope it's a better year. I hope it's a better year for us. I hope it's a better year for everybody out there.
Yeah.
Everybody in the community, everybody in the chat right now, and
Mhm.
everybody in the world. I mean, this is such a global thing, you know.
Yeah.
I think we're going in the right direction. You know, there's they I remember early on they were saying maybe by the end of the year there'd be a vaccine, and I was like, that's pretty arbitrary to just throw out the end of the year, you know, because it's such a concrete thing. And I was like, what's the chance? And it didn't seem like anything was happening with that. It was just kind of, to be honest, it didn't feel like they were really trying that hard, which is not fair to them because they were, but like it just didn't seem like we were hearing anything. And then all of a sudden, it's the end of the year, and we have like 2 or 3 vaccines out there. So that's a good sign. And then there's a bad sign of that new strain in England, which I just saw is apparently made it to the U.S. So, you know, it's 6 to 1, half dozen of the other.
Vaccination. I mean, I think, you know, we know a lot of our friends who are working in medical field, they're being vaccinated. A number of people have already been vaccinated. So it's a good sign. Things are happening. And
Yeah. So that's what I hope for. It's funny because usually there's all kinds of things like I want to get in better shape. I want to get a better job. I want more money. I want better relationship. This, that, and the other thing. This year it's just I just want things to get more normal. I just wish this could be over.
let's be boring again.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's my wish for the new year, to be boring. How great would that be? 2021, the year of boredom, and be bored and like it. So. Let me get my canteen cup so I can cheers the
Back to the canteen cup. I know. Well, and I was thinking about this too. I mean, I don't know if I have any wishes, but this community is so great, and it's so great for Mr. G. Schultz, and so I'm hoping you can have the opportunity to do what you do love to do, which is the reviews and see everybody and connect with the community. So that's my hope.
Rashes became fashionable this year, according to Ben Lindoff. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I agree. And didn't get to the summer sausage and the cheddar cheese from that little package, but that's okay. That's something that's gonna be fun to break into whenever it becomes a good time to do that. You have a little bit of champagne left.
I do.
I think we're gonna sign off.
Yeah.
We'll make it 2 hours, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to keep up with the chat. I'm so glad to see so many people here.
Yeah.
We're up to 52 now,
Yeah.
and the tribesmen, people who have come and gone. So glad to see everybody. I don't want to see individual names because I'm going to leave somebody out, but I'm going to go back over it. I'm going to watch this again just to read the chat. I'm going to watch my own video so I can get the chat.
When you do that, do you like talk back to yourself and you're like, I wish I mentioned this. This is so
No.
important.
Yeah, I don't know if I have done that before, but this was a really interesting night for the chat and everything, and I do want to see everything. I'm really glad so many people were able to be here and so many people were able to chime in. Really appreciate it. 2021 is better for us all. I agree, Jesse Michael. And I guess we're going to sign off. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Cheer. Oh, can you bring that in a little bit? make it a good one. Cheers.
Cheers. Bring on 2021. Stay safe, everyone.
Happy New Year. Now I can figure out how to end this. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.